Hey guys, welcome back into the OddsShopper YouTube channel. My name is Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of no house advantage NBA action for Sunday, January 22nd. And if you're new to no house advantage, if you haven't played there before, there's a couple different ways to play on the site. In this video, we're going to be talking about their versus the house contest. So we're going to be focusing in on the props offered up on the site. We're going to be trying to build out give you some nice plays so you can build out your own ticket there, because in the versus the house contest, you can put two props on a ticket, 3, 4, 5. You build your own parlay style multiplier ticket there on the site. Differing payouts, obviously, for however low or high you go in terms of number of props. So big payouts on no house advantage. You get multipliers up to 20x or above. And there's, again, a couple different ways to play on the site. There's also the pick'em contest on no house advantage. It's more of a DFS style offering. You're taking props, you're assigning them different values, you're putting them in a lineup, and then playing in big contests against other people. But again, we're going to be focusing in on the versus the house contest. So lots of different ways to play. And if you're new to no house advantage, you can use promo code Stochastic there when you're signing up. That gives you a $100 free match deposit bonus right off the top. What a great way to get started on the site. Here's a free $100 just to try it out. So great way to build the bankroll. Promo code Stochastic. Definitely recommend checking that out as soon as possible. Never know how long these bonus offers will last. And we also have free projections for no house advantage over on stochastic.com. We always use those to help us guide us in our props and when we're talking about them in this video. So smash that like button on the OddsShopper YouTube channel. Subscribe to the OddsShopper YouTube channel if you have not done that already. There's lots of great videos coming up after me. We cover all the sports here on OddsShopper. And you know what? Let's dive right into it. I mean, I've talked enough. Let's get into the props. We got a pretty solid NBA slate, as we always do on Sunday. Love to go head-to-head against the NFL. Never understood that, but good for us, because we like to bet the old NBA props here, and we're going to do that on no house advantage and try and give you some winners here so you can grade some nice tickets. So let's start with Jaren Jackson. We're going to go an under on Jaren Jackson, and you know, I mean, I like this one. This is one of our strongest projected plays of this slate. Jaren Jackson in a spot against Phoenix where, no, it's a pretty tough matchup. I mean, Phoenix is a decent rebounding team. They're 10th in rebounds allowed. So, you know, defensively, this is not exactly what you call an easy matchup, especially for an interior player like Jaren Jackson. So, you know, again, he's not what you call an elite rebounder. He's very solid up front. And, you know, if you look at his game logs as well, I mean, this is a player who's done pretty well rebounding lately, but we've got an 8 rebounding prop. He has gone under this in 2 straight games. You know, he had a couple games where he had double-digit rebounds, but at 8 in a tough matchup, I mean, I understand the under projection. We have Jaren Jackson projected for, you know, less than 7 rebounds on the spot. So very solid edge forming here, you know, over 70% in terms of probability rate. So Jaren Jackson, also a player coming off a 33-minute game. You look at what he's done. Typically, his minutes do land in the high 20s. So if we were to see a little bit of pullback here on Jaren Jackson's minutes, it would not shock me that much. I think all things considered, you consider the game environment, you consider the matchup, you consider his last game, and just really his overall body of work. 8 rebounds, it just feels like we're buying the top here if we were to take an over. I really do like the under on this one. I think it's a good one to build around this week too. We got a flat total at 8. So, you know, obviously if he gets to 8, it's a push anyways. But, you know, again, we have him projected for under 7. So it's a very solid edge we're projecting here. I like starting with this one. Jaren Jackson, under 8 rebounds. Let's go to LeBron James for our second prop here. Let's stick with the under category. Let's go under 34.5 points. This is, again, another under that we have a pretty solid edge on. Now, LeBron, obviously, you know, playing extremely well late, but if you look at this, I mean, again, it comes down to a little bit of matchup here. Portland's a pace down team. They're 19th in pace of play. So not really the greatest matchup in the world for like a high flying shootout or just for LeBron to push towards an over. We do have a 239 total here. So, I mean, we are expecting some points, but it's not really been the greatest matchup for LeBron James either in his career. If you actually look at what he's done against Portland, he's gone well under 34.5 points in 7 of his last 8 meetings against them. So this hasn't been the best matchup for him. For whatever reason, you could read into that. I mean, obviously, things change a lot over the last you know, few years, especially with the NBA. Players always moving, but you know, 34.5 points, it's a big total. I mean, again, much like that Jaren Jackson prop, it does feel like we're kind of buying the top here on LeBron. Really expecting a monster game from him when he really hasn't produced that many monster games against Portland in the past. So again, you know, he's gone under this total pretty easily in his last 2 games. He did have a couple breakout games before that. LeBron can always break out for 40 in any spot, but I think that the matchup is telling us and the projections are telling us it's probably a better spot to be on the over. If this was down around 32.5 or even 33, we'd probably be projecting this as either like a coin flip or even an over. But at 34.5, solid under here play for us. And I'm going to roll with this one. I like it too. Again, Portland, it's just not that high a pace of play and not been the greatest matchup for LeBron. I think that's enough to lean towards the under there. Okay, let's switch to the over sides. I got a couple overs to end off with. It's never bad to target unders. Unders are easy to cheer for, especially when your guy goes to the bench with like a couple quick fouls early. But the overs are fun to cheer for too, and I like talking about them more anyways. So let's stick with this Portland Lakers game. Let's go to the other side of it, though. Anfernee Simons. We got an over-up projected for him, and I like this one, too. 19.5 projection for Anfernee Simons. We have him projected for over 20 points, so I think this is a solid overplay. I mean, this is a player who, you know, when Damian Lillard and Josh Hart and everyone's back in the lineup, he doesn't get as much usage as we'd like, but still, you know, last 3 games, 15 or more field goal attempts. That's solid. You know, he's even popped up with 20 here and then. So, I mean, like, the attempts are going to be there for Anfernee Simons. And, I mean, he's typically right around 15 to 20 points. So, with the occasional pop game of him going for 22 or more, I think that 19.5 points in this matchup against the Lakers, where the Trailblazers have a 122.75 implied team total, which is, you know, if it's not the biggest on the slate, it's one of the biggest. I actually think it is the biggest. So, again, we got a really good spot for the Blazers, who are, you know, 6.5 home favorites here. The Lakers just defensively as a team, even if this game is a little bit slower paced than we want it to be, you know, they're just not good. They just allow a lot of points against. So that's reflected in the total. That's reflected in the spread. I think Anfernee Simons in a good place to get to 20 points. At 19.5, we do have him projected, like I said, for more than 20 points this weekend in this game. And I like taking this one to the over side. So we're going to lean over on Simons. We're going to go under on LeBron. We're going to end with one more over here. We're going to go to Tyler Herro. This one's a little bit of more of a me call, although we do have Tyler Herro projected for 3 3-pointers. I'm going to go take the over on Tyler Herro, over 2.5 3-pointers for this game. Now, if you're looking at Tyler Herro, you're saying, okay, there's a little bit of red flags here. You know, he's 1 for 9 in his last 3-point attempts, so that's not great. But we're taking the big body of work here. You know, Herro's been back for a couple games. His first game back, he didn't do much. Last couple games, like I said, he's been really cold shooting the ball. He's actually, I said 1 for 9. I meant to say 1 for 17. He's actually 0 for 9 in his last 3-point attempts. So I'm really building this one up. But we're going to look at the big body of work here from Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro had a 9-game stretch at one point this season where he had 3 or more 3-pointers in a game. He's going to get back to that form. I fully believe it. He took like 3 or 4 games off. He was in and out of the lineup. But this is a player who traditionally, big picture, he's going to get there for us. A 2.5 3-point prop for Tyler Herro. You know, if we're getting like just straight up, we want to be on the overside. We really do. You know, I think Tyler Herro would have been seeing some 3.5 props earlier in the year, and I think this is just a good buy low opportunity. I mean, you never, if you're buying players, if you're buying overs on players when they're in a hot stretch, you're always going to get that bigger number. Never really the best spot, but I like buying low in this place. You know, he's got a matchup obviously against the Pelicans. It's fine. I mean, yeah, the Heat are you know, pretty big favorites at home. They got a decent implied team total, 113. Like I said, I think this is kind of a good get right spot for Tyler Herro today, and he's a solid shooter. You know, overall he's been solid all year. He's had a couple game rough stretch. I think you buy low here. We do have him projected, like I said, as a solid over. I'm going to ride with it. So that's going to be our last one there. Tyler Herro over 2.5 3-pointers. We're going to round it out. Quick recap: we're going to go Jaren Jackson under 8 rebounds. We're going to go LeBron James under 34.5 points. We're going to stick with that same game, go over Anfernee Simons, 19.5 points, and we're going to go over Tyler Herro, 2.5 3-pointers to round things out. So those are going to be our 4 props. Again, you can find free projections for Noah's Advantage up on Stokastic.com. You can use promo code Stokastic if you're new to Noah's Advantage to sign up. You get a free $100 match deposit bonus right off the top. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the OddsShopper YouTube channel if you have not done that already. Lots of great videos coming up after me. Most important thing, have yourselves a great Sunday of NBA action. My name is Geoff Ulrich. We'll talk to you again soon.